give Iona credit. Kaj and AJ really stepped up. I thought Tim did some good things against our zone. There's a reason they're so good offensively. They got their 20th win. I take my hats off to them. They shot the ball, it's 61% clip, 71 in the second half from three. It was an 18 differential. They did what Iona does. They make tough shots. Kelvin stepped up, made a huge three late in the game in the corner. We kind of were playing him as a non-shooter, and I give him credit for stepping up and making that. We missed some easy opportunities. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well. That happens. Came down to, possession here, possession there. And they, their upperclassmen stepped up, made some plays. And again, I take my hats off to them. And quick turnaround for Sunday.
You had some shooting slumps in the game. How did that, first, how did you guys manage to stay in the game despite your shooting slumps, and how did that impact you guys?
How did we stay in the game? I mean, we weren't playing the, Atlanta Hawks. We're not bad. We did turn them over 21 times. We made one more field goal than them. We had a 17 differential from field goal attempts. So, I think we did some good things. I don't know if you follow us, our game's never been about making shots. It's been about being able to kind of muddy the game, turn teams over, get out in transition, create tempo, play on our terms. And I thought we did that. We just shot it horribly, and they shot it really well. So to answer your question, I think our ability to kind of turn them over, we kind of got to Kelvin and David. They had 13 combined. AJ and David had, I think, 14 combined between the two of them who handled the ball. So that gave us a differential of 17. But we didn't capitalize on that. When you have a 17 differential, you want to shoot 40 to 50% on that differential, and that'll give you a plus 16. Because if you have 17 differential, now let's say you go 8 for 17 on that, that's 16 points you should have, and we didn't do that tonight. But I thought we limited their possessions, so that always helps.
Steve, in terms of the possession where English makes the three-pointer
Yeah.
at the end, okay? Ideally for you, how do you want that defended? Are you content with the switch, or did you?
Yeah, no, we want the switch. We want the switch. Yeah, that's something we've charted. We want the switch. He made a terrific shot, and it's kind of one of those plays where, when you look at it, statistically, that shot shouldn't beat you, and it did tonight. It's a switch with a 6'9" guy switching out. Almost 70% of the time in pick and rolls with a 1-5 switch, the one is going to shoot a challenge jump shot, which he shot, and he made it. Give him credit. Take our hat off to that. It was a tough shot. Late in the game, you want to switch everything. You don't want to get caught in rotations with a team who shoots it that well. I would have liked to see maybe if us push up on him a little more and make him make a play at the rim, but that didn't happen. But that's what we have to live with the way we play. The one that I thought really hurt us was the Kelvin three in the corner. I think that put it up to 4, and I thought that was obviously the AJ one was huge, but the Kelvin one was really big.
Emmy, after you guys take the lead, they take it right back. What is the emotional impact of that happening?
They great offensively, obviously. That's their thing, and that's how. But we didn't come up with a stop, obviously, and they got a basket, so that's what happened.
Steve, late in the first half, got closer, and then Tim went into a 2-3. Do you feel that may have affected the momentum going into the locker room?
I'm going to give them credit for everything they did tonight, because when we come in and we shoot 39% from the field, 25 from 3, 11% in the first half, I'm going to give the defense credit, and that's what happened. So every move he made tonight was the right move. Did we have some upwards? Yeah, we didn't make the shot, but give Tim credit for that. They did a phenomenal job of kind of mixing it up, and I thought they disrupted our rhythm. I think we had like 7 turnovers in the first 6-7 minutes of the game, which is uncharacteristic of us. So we couldn't get our rhythm going. AP getting 2 early ones hurt us a little bit, so we couldn't establish our low post presence, and then I thought we settled a little bit for jump shots. Didn't shoot it well. They really shaded Shane, and that's what happens. But yeah, listen, whether it was zone, man, whether it was on the nickel, the dime package, prevent, whatever he went to was working tonight. So I got good. It was good coaching.
Got some of the bench going tonight too. CA had some quality minutes,
Yeah.
and also Zane taking the last shot. in final seconds. What does that say about how much confidence he's developed and how much more you trust him late in the game?
Oh, I have a lot of confidence in Shane offensively. The problem is defensively right now.
Zane.
Yeah, I have a ton of confidence in him offensively. The problem is defensively, he doesn't know our schemes and rotations the way he should. Offensively, he's terrific. He's going to be a big time scorer in this league. CA came in and gave us phenomenal minutes. I thought his size, his activity, I thought he had a good bounce to him. He was a little late on one rotation, but that's okay. I thought he did a great job spelling AP. And, so I was happy with their production. Even Jermaine, I thought, came out and had a different look to him. I thought he had a little bit, his urgency was better.
In terms of the last possession, how close was it to what you drew up?
It's exactly what I drew up. I wanted to bring Shane off as a decoy, and then I was going to pinch in for Zane coming out the 5. I thought they would switch it, which they did with Kashmir said, and Zane would have the ability to shoot over him at 6'8", 6'9". They did a really good job of challenging it, and I didn't think Zane squared into it. But it's exactly what I wanted. We didn't make the shot, but I'm okay with that. That's going to happen. That's part of the game.
Steve, to play them as hard as you did tonight with a younger roster than last year, what does that say about this team moving forward to not only contend, but maybe to
I looked at us. We were 4-1 last year in overtime games. This year we were 1-4. We lost to Ryder twice in OT. We lost to UMass in OT. We beat St. Peter's. Tonight you play Iona to 3. We've had some tough losses. It actually reminds me of the Iona team 2 years ago that I think we stumbled down the stretch a little. Not that we're stumbling by any means, but had some tough losses. Then wound up winning the whole thing and beating us to go to the NCAA. And I kind of see that. We're a player 2 away, and we'll get it again. I think, and I've said this, it's about how we're playing against the top of the league. Do I want to see Iona again? No. Do I want to see Ryder again? No. I don't want to see a lot of these teams again. But I don't know if they're begging for us either. And that's kind of, listen, I think everyone knows the respect I have for Iona and Tim. They shot 52%, 61 from 3. We shot 39 and 25. They out-rebounded us. It was a 3-point game. So I think there's a lot of room for improvement on our end, and hopefully we can capitalize on that because I'm sure we'll be bumping into them.
I'm one of the players. How great was it to play on a national stage? I mean, being that it's a mid-major conference, I mean, does that give you all like respect to say, well, you're pinning back tournament champions, to say, okay, we can play, our brand of basketball is just as good as anybody in the country?
For one of the players you said?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. That's you guys.
Obviously it feels good, to play in front of a home crowd like that. And, that's one of the biggest rivalries in New York basketball right now. And, Coach always talks about our brand. And it feels good to play our way of basketball and on a national stage. So, it helps for recruits, it helps for us, and for the guys that's graduating, whether that's Emmy, Rashawn, or including myself, we set a core for the younger guys coming up. The brand is what's the biggest thing for us.
The 2 players, it's obviously 2 tough losses against the 2 top teams in the league right now. What do you guys take from that moving forward, as how close this team is right now?
Learning process. We got 2 tough losses against Ryder, overtime games. We just played Iona to the wire, and it just shows that we right there. And it just comes down to 1 or 2 plays that we got to lock into and just watch more film and learn more and get the younger guys ready and have the older guys ready also.
Dealing with somebody like Cedric on Casimir on the other team, is there really any way to stop him from doing what he did, or is there anything different you might do with Iona coming up again in a couple of weeks to try and control somebody?
Do you want me to tell you what my scheme is already? Yeah, there's ways to stop. There's ways to stop LeBron. I mean, doesn't mean you're going to do it. Listen, give him credit. He made tough shots. He had a great finish at the rim late in the game. It's listen, when guys are going to shoot, at the clip they did, anyone is tough to beat. But yeah, there are ways to stop him. We'll take our chances. We'll figure it out.
With a loud environment like this, and Iona comes out and really races out of the gate, how first disheartening was it for you to, in front of your home crowd, see Iona jump up, and then what does it say
I actually
about
like that.
Iona?
I like that. For 14 years now, I've studied that. when teams get to double-digit leads in the first 4 minutes of the game, 70-some% of the time they wind up losing the game. I actually like that. It gives teams false confidence, and they kind of think it could become. So that doesn't scare me one bit. It's a 40-minute game. It's not football, where one turnover can cost you a game. We've seen 17-point leads, 9-point leads with a minute to go. What I care about is our style. Are we playing our style? Because if you're playing a certain way for 40 minutes, that's what a lot of people, you have to play for 40 minutes. They had leads tonight, we had leads tonight, that's the game of basketball. Do I want them to come out and be 18-0? No, but as long as we're playing our brand for 40 minutes, I'm good with it. I trust the process. You have to trust the process. You can't look for instant gratification. It's not instant coffee. It's not you say, okay, let's come out, we're going to shut them out. No, it's the process. Trust your process, see where it gets you. And I thought it had us right there.
Steve, in terms of your level, I know you're not crazy about the word mid-major, so above mid-majors,
Yeah.
whatever.
Mid-major plus.
Is it very unusual to see a team that is as offensively skilled as Iona?
It's Tim Kluse. Tim Kluse is one of the best offensive minds in this game. Guy's a genius. Sean leaves, Momo leaves, Glove leaves. Everyone who leaves, it's Tim. I love the Iona kids. AJ English, man, he's as class act as they come. Talented, they're great. I love their guys. I really have a true love and affection for those guys, but it's Tim. Tim gets those guys in the right spots. There's a reason every year they're at the top in the country of offense, and it's Tim Kluse. He's as good as there gets offensively. I'd take him. If I had to take a coach to coach offense, I'm taking Tim Kluse.
More.
A lot of fun tonight, guys. Thanks for everyone coming out. I thought it was just a great night of basketball.